Hello, my name's Andrea Hardacre. I work for Blaze and today I'm going to show you how to write a press release. So when you're sending information out to local newspapers, it's a good idea to send your press releases out about 4 weeks before the event is going to happen and then follow up about 2 weeks after that, so that journalists have two chances to get your information in the paper 4 weeks before and 2 weeks before as a reminder. Okay. So the main thing you need to know when you're writing a press release is that you have to keep everything concise and very easy to read. Very plain English should be used when you're writing a press release. So there are 5 ingredients that make up a press release, and there are 5 ingredients that all journalists will look for. And that is: who does the story involve? Where is it happening? When is it happening? What exactly is happening? And why is it happening? So these are the 5 key pieces of information you need to include in your press release. When you're writing a press release, it's a good idea to have a word limit in mind. And I would say that you should go no higher than 400 words. And usually they would be about 300 words long. Okay. And you're aiming for your opening line to be between 15 and 20 words tops. So your first sentence should be very short and concise, and it's very easy to do that for the type of events that you're going to be telling journalists about. So we'll have a look at how we do that right now. Okay, so here is what a press release for Artery Live normally looks like, and this has already been sent out over a month ago, so it's been sent out in plenty of time, and it's a press release for Tomato Tomato, the Canadian band that are coming over in November, and they're going to be appearing in Beverley. So the first thing you'll notice is this logo up on the right hand side. Now I can supply these logos if you don't have them. It immediately lets a journalist know where the information's come from. Most journalists on local papers and local organisations will be used to Artery Live by now, so they will know exactly what the scheme is. So the minute they open this up, they know exactly the kind of information they're going to be receiving because it's from Artery Live. Okay. So if you do need a copy of logos, you'll see I've used some other logos down here at the bottom. Please get in touch. It's Andrea Hardacre at andtuck@hotmail.com. That's ANDTUCK@hotmail.com. Okay, so on the left hand side you can see that I've alerted the reader to how many pages are involved in the press release. And as I said, you're aiming for about 300 to 400 words, and you want to keep your paragraphs quite short and snappy. Okay, and then just underneath that I've included the web address for Blaze, because on the off chance that the journalist does want to know more about the organisation or the band or whoever's appearing, they can very quickly log on to that address and the information is there at their fingertips. Okay. So you mark your press release press information. Sometimes information that goes to newspapers is embargoed, and if that was the case, you'd write embargoed and you would put the date there. But for most of the kind of events that you'll be supplying to the newspapers, it'll be for immediate release. So you'll put the date there and just state, and that lets the journalist know I can use this information right away. Let them know that you've also supplied photographs, just in case it slips their mind. They might have them in an old email or something, so just make sure that you've marked that on as well, and then they know there's photographs there. If you need any of the photographs for the scheme, again, contact me at andtuck@hotmail.com. Okay, so then you want a very short headline telling them exactly what is happening, and Canadian band, immediately it tells them there's an act coming all the way from Canada, and they're going to be appearing at Beverley Masonic Hall. So they know which area, which part of their patch, which part of the newspaper's patch the band will be appearing in. So again, your first sentence should be very concise and very to the point, and it should really be a summary of the whole story. So here we have it there. Canadian band, Tomato Tomato, that tells exactly who Tomato Tomato are. They're a band, they're coming from Canada. We'll be raising the roof in Beverley Masonic Hall. That's where they're going to. This month, that's when it's going to happen. And this is the why, as part of Archery Live's autumn season of events. So there's a lot of information just in that first sentence. Okay, then you can be a little more specific. So we've said who the band are. At this point, it's a good idea to look for anything that might be of interest to a journalist. So as an ex-journalist, this part here, a husband and wife duo, that would interest me. If I wanted to do a follow-up story to this, I would be thinking, wow, there's a husband and wife that get on so well, they can travel to the UK from Canada, write songs together and perform together. And that's must put quite a strain on a relationship. They must have quite a good relationship to be able to carry that off. So that might be a line that I would use into a deeper story. And it's good to put that information in there because you never know, you might get a little bit more exposure from that kind of information. So then go into details about what the act actually is so that readers know, okay, it's traditional folk, that is the kind of thing I want to go and listen to. And then if they've had any past success, if they've won an award or they've appeared at other festivals, this is the time to mention it, but keep it very, very simple. These awards and other festivals don't mean very much to other readers, and sometimes people pack all that information in thinking that it sounds really impressive. You just need to say they're award winning and that they've been at other festivals. Just keep that very, very simple. Okay, and so then you can go in and talk about booking. Now I know for promoters that early booking is really important because you want to know that you have sold enough tickets to cover your costs. So you don't want everyone turning up on the 9th of November, and you've no idea whether or not you're going to sell 1 ticket or 50 tickets. So it's a good idea to put that information here. And the way you couch that to make it sound a bit more exciting is by creating a bit of a buzz. And actually, to be honest, there will be a buzz about most of the acts that come to you, so you can say that they're very, very popular, especially the Canadian acts. They seem to go down very well with audiences out your way. So create that little bit of buzz so that people think, oh, I better get my ticket quickly because this looks like a really good act. Okay, so then repeat the information about where it's happening, Beverley Masonic Hall, give the actual date and time, and then give details of where tickets can be purchased. Now, just after that, you'll notice I've written about booking, and because the scheme is run and managed by Blaze, but it's actually Artery, people might think, oh, where do I get my tickets? Do I get them from Blaze? Do I get them from Artery? Where do I get the tickets? So be specific. Tell them that they must ring these numbers, the number given for each venue, and also give an idea that ticket prices do vary because they do from venue to venue. So it's important that that information's out there. Somebody might have bought a ticket in Swanland, say for £7, and then find out that someone else has bought a ticket in Beverley for £12, and they might wonder about the discrepancy. So just make sure that that information is there so people know that the prices will vary from venue to venue. And then down here, just in case the journalist has, thought, okay, this husband and wife duo, I do want to know more about them, or maybe it's just the fact that it's a Canadian band and why are they coming over here? Let's find out more. Give information of their website, and then the journalist can click straight on there and find any more extra information they need to know about the band. It's also a good idea to include, if there is a YouTube clip of the act, might be that they're singing, in this case it is, might be part of the production, the theatre production, or it could be just that they're talking about the latest show that they're going to be touring, then put the clip in here, because a lot of information that you send out to local journalists won't only appear in the newspaper but also online, and it's very easy to just click that and find out more about the band or the theatre company, and so readers will be able to get a flavour of what the event is going to be like and decide for themselves whether or not that suits their taste. So again here, just repeat the web address for Blaze, so that again journalists know exactly where to go for information. Now, every press release will have notes to editors, and these can be copied and pasted into your press release. Again, you just get in touch with me and I can send this out to you. And basically it just gives a bit of background about R2D in case it's a new journalist working and doesn't understand what R2D is, never heard of it. Then they can very quickly get a flavour of it from this information, and they know who to contact, and in this case it's Ellen. Okay. And down here again, these are all the logos of the companies that support the scheme. So it's managed by Blaze and it's supported by the National Rural Touring Forum. The Arts Council England funds it, and obviously we have good links with Contact East in Canada, and that's why we get such great Canadian acts over. So it's just a courtesy to put their logos on as well. Okay, so that is the basics of writing a press release. Keep it very, very simple. Keep it very, very to the point, and make sure that you have covered who, where, what, when, and why in your press release. Now, it's a good idea to send your press releases out about 4 weeks before an event, and repeat that 2 weeks before the event. I think we said that before. It's just to recap that that's the kind of timeline that you're looking at once you've put your press release together. If anyone has any problems or wants to ask any more questions about press releases, please do get in touch. It's probably best to email me at the address that I've given before, andtuck@hotmail.com. Okay, thank you very much.